Perfecto.
Okay, on behalf of the Tullianos, I'd like to welcome you to Galva, near to Barcelona, for the 16th Death Metal Spanish Convention, which is, I believe, the 4th that you've attended.
Sounds right, yeah.
Okay. So we'll start with a couple of historical questions, test your memory banks.
Who was the third wife of Henry VIII?
That's the one, yeah. The first question was...
I know that. It was Gene Simmons.
Oh, I wouldn't know. But yeah, very good.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
So this is from a guy called Graham from the West Country. What are your recollections of the recording sessions way back for the Do any of these tracks still exist in any form? If so, would some tracks ever...
Okay, the sessions were bizarre because it was under the umbrella of two songwriters called Les Reed and Barry Mason, who sort of were a production line of dreadful hip-hop songs, and they more or less provided the track and then the singing was put on top of it. But Model Village was the B-side, so that was recorded live, and it wasn't great because it was done in a hurry, and we weren't very good. We hadn't been in the studio before at all. I'd only ever been in the studio once ever, so it was pretty bad. And about a year ago, in America, I was doing a radio interview in a tiny town that I can't even remember the name of. Tiny little town, and they were unbelievable people. Their knowledge of music was incredible. Like I could mention a name from those days, and they would know exactly who they were. And I mentioned these sessions, and they not only knew about them, he found a recording of them.
Really?
And a couple of hours later he gave me the CD. So his recordings of it.
Presumably that's something that you didn't have yourself?
No. But unfortunately they sound dreadful. So nobody will ever hear them, I hope. Yeah, they are truly awful.
Okay. Moving on. Over the years, you, outside of music, have shown a great interest in running.
Yeah.
And being a family man, sort of also cycling a lot with the family. What sort of... So you don't?
No, I'm just picturing my family cycling. I don't see them.
Right.
They're like, should we go for a bike ride? No. Yeah, but carry on.
Yeah,
it's a good image.
Yeah, it's a good image. So, well, it was taken from the Arena program, 1980. Where
nothing's true in those.
So what outside of music? What other interests have you got these days?
Running, tennis, wakeboarding. I love snowboarding. I mean, I love anything that gets you outside and is active.
Yeah.
But I like being in the garden. I like fresh air.
Yeah.
I like peace and quiet, no noise. I just like. But I rarely like music. It's the thing I least like.
Do you like football?
Occasionally I watch it. I don't like anybody.
I know.
I don't have any teams or countries that I support, but I like to see a good game.
Okay.
And I will, if I see a team that I like, I want them to win. But the next time, I might want them to lose. So.
And that leads on to the next question.
Yeah.
Because when football manager Martin O'Neill
he was on TV.
He mentioned that if he wasn't in football, what he'd like to be?
Yeah.
He'd like to be the guitarist in the Jethro Tull, which means that I'd be interviewing him.
Yeah. No, I'd like to do a deal with him. He can come and see some concerts, and I want some free tickets off him. But he was on TV, and I was just thinking, there's a deal to be made with this guy. I don't know what it is, but it'd be good fun.
Okay. Let's see. Over the years, were there songs songs that were being played on an album, they were recorded, for whatever reason they didn't make it to the release setting. That's a mistake.
If we're told,
Yes.
yeah. What about these songs that didn't make it?
Were the songs that you felt that would have been something that would have worked well?
Not in Tull,
No.
but outside of it, yes. But in Tull, we more or less played every album. After we recorded it, we played more or less the whole album live, and then within a few weeks, the ones that didn't work were never played again. So we tried most things.
Okay. In America, and this has been going on for, well, it used to go on for a while, I don't think it does anymore, but the crowds were quite rowdy. And if you played the more sensitive material, the quieter material, that might sort of be difficult to sort of get over because people were making so much noise. Where have been places where you felt that this is a great place to play, people are really attentive?
Oh, right. I don't think you can demand people's attention. If you play in a rock venue, you get a rock crowd, get over it. Yeah. So to expect people to be like, yay, and then like, shh, it's stupid. Yeah. That's not how the world is. You can't impose discipline on a big crowd of people because they don't want to be quiet, because they paid a lot of money to have a great night out. You can't say, you've paid me a load of money and this is how I want you to behave. I mean, there are borders where people are rude, and rudeness is never acceptable anywhere in the world, let alone in a concert. But to dictate the way you want people to respond to your music is stupid. So if you play a quiet song and they're restless, stop, play something loud. They don't want it, so use your brain.
Yeah. Back in '79, you recorded, or you were part of the recording process for Stormwatch. At the same time, there was a different project, The Water's Edge, that involved the Scottish Ballad Company. And involved yourself, Ian, and Dee Palmer. What are your recollections of that?
It was nice because the stuff that David Palmer did was really nice. He did some nice orchestrations, and he really took very simple ideas from me and Ian, and he orchestrated them and made them what they were. But really, it was his project because there was an orchestra, and there was some music, and then between there and there, he did all the work.
Just as an afterthought to that, hearing the War Child tapes as on the re-released War Child. Well, okay, but I mean that has given a lot of fans of the music of Jethro Tull an insight into particularly what David Palmer brought to the table.
Yeah. He was amazing. Absolutely. Well, I know, I'm aware of it.
Yeah.
Can I continue with two?
Yes.
Right.
Can you read my writing?
Yes, of course, almost. Listening to Martin Barre now back in 1969 and now in 2016, it's been
between early '69 and probably about 70, 71.
71. There've been so changes in the way you play the guitar.
Yeah.
What you always think will be the influence that make you change
between 69 and 71?
Yes, between, I think, maybe between stand up and alcohol.
Oh, right. I would say very little, because we toured all the time, that we never had time off to develop influences from other people, so it was all very introverted. So everything we did, we learned from ourselves. So we developed as musicians
because of the intensity.
Yeah, but there wasn't, we didn't go and listen to other bands. I mean, we played with other bands. I think it was a natural development. I mean, in '69, bands were very naive. The playing standard of playing was very low. Not low, but very low compared to the 70s and the 80s. Everybody was learning how to play an instrument, including us, so we were learning. So it had to get better.
Right. Despite the massive success of Tullianos album over the years, the band has experienced some negatives and difference from the critics and the media. How do you feel about these negatives from the critics? About
I think.
No, it bothers bands less than fans perceive. It's if you do something artistic, if you're an actor, a painter, a poet, a musician, and you only expect compliments, then you're stupid, and you should be a school teacher or work in a bank or work in a restaurant, whatever, because that job puts you in a position where whatever people they're saying, this is what I do, what do you think? And you're not saying, what do you think? I'm amazing, what do you think? Tell me how amazing I am, because what do you think? You're shit. Why? I'm interested to know why you think I'm shit. And if you don't have that attitude, then you're in the wrong business, because that's what music is.
It makes me very happy to hear something from this idea, because I have also this idea that the critics sometimes say bullshit.
Yeah.
Because it was like they criticize Tickets Break and say, okay, why you guys this album and then goes #1 in UK and the US?
Yeah.
So it's like.
I mean, I've bought 3 CDs that were album of the week in the Sunday Times, and the reviews like, wow. And I went out and bought it, and they were really shit. They were really shit seed. I threw them away, and I just think, who are these people telling the populace that you need to go and buy or go and see this movie? It's amazing. But then, if you really research, that same piece of music, CD or a movie, will have bad reviews, good reviews. It's there's no standard. There's no control of standards anywhere. So the people who are now critics are young kids, and if they think a band's cool, it's too personalised, and it's like Glastonbury where they're choosing the bands that they think are cool. And I actually think that a lot of the bands that play in Glastonbury are really crap.
They're
really crap.
The television coverage over the last few years, when I dip into it, it's awful.
Yeah,
it's really bad.
They really are crap. I don't even know who they are, and things that I normally don't like. Like this Glastonbury, I don't like Muse. Particularly, I don't dislike it. I just don't like the music. I think it's derivative. It's not very original. But when after hearing everybody else play at Glastonbury, I thought they were amazing. Purely because they could play and they produced an amazing sound, and they gave the audience a great show. Some of the bands were like,
well, I mean,
it's entertainment.
Yeah.
They weren't entertaining anybody.
In the way that I did catch some of Dolly Parton's set.
Oh, she would be.
And she was.
Yeah, well, because she's an entertainer.
But it was entertaining, and it was tuneful, and she meant it.
And my last question, for guitars enthusiasm, where's your current stage setup?
Same Soldano, PRS normally. PRS guitars, Soldano amps. Marshall speakers.
What is your Is this personal guitar? Your favorite guitar? Model guitar? You don't have anyone?
No, I don't want one. I don't want a favourite guitar because I don't want to. Please don't go near that guitar. Please don't touch that guitar. It's my special one.
No.
I'm saying I don't want that. I don't want it.
The model. I mean the model. Gibson Les Paul.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's the same answer, but they're tools. You know, if you make a chair and tables, you go into your toolbox and you go, I need a chisel. This one's good. And it does a good job for you. You go, that's a good chisel. You put it back. The next time you're going to use that one again. That's what guitars are. I ask it to do a good job. If it does a good job for me, I'll use it the next time. They're not more important, but they're tools and you're using them and you ask them to do a lot and a bad instrument doesn't do it for you. But a good one, what you put in, you should get back. Not more, not less. So
let me tell you, I appreciate a lot your sincerity.
Oh.
I
PRS guitars
funny because I visit Valencia, and some people who are younger than you don't have that sincerity when they talk to you.
Well, you know, I have a product loyalty because with PRS guitars, they're very good to me. They're nice people. I like them. They like the band. They make a big effort, and luckily I like their instruments. So I'm very proud to say I play PRS guitars because I have a loyalty. It's an important thing that the things that you use must be the best. Otherwise, if you go on stage and a piece of equipment play it. But you know, if something lets you down, there's nothing you can do about it. If you play crap, if I play terrible, that is my fault. Not the guitar, not the amp. So it's really important that the only variable in the equation is me. Not the guitar, not the amp. That must be solid. I plug it in, it's going to do exactly what I want. All I have to do is play well. That's all I need.
That's perfect. Okay, happy to do the last one.
Okay,
thank you
very much. Recording, releasing, promoting and touring Back to Steel has been an ongoing success, both on and off stage. What next for Martin Barre and band?
More tours in America, because America is unfortunately for Europe and England is a very strong market, and I have to improve the band structure. I want the girls to tour with me everywhere. At the moment, I can't take them to America. I'd like to be in a position where I take them everywhere. I'd like maybe another musician in the band. I don't know, not saying who or what, but I'd like the options to have a bit more production. I'd like to do things musically that at the moment I'm not able to do. So it's very important that I develop our future in America. But in Europe, it's I'm always I'll play anywhere. So if somebody says you have a week in Sitges and we're going to pay you this one unit per evening, I would go, wow, amazing. You know, I'd probably go there for nothing. But then somebody says, I'm going to pay you one unit for a week's work in Blackburn in England, and I go, that's a shithole. But you know, it doesn't matter. There's no difference. Just because I like to be somewhere and not somewhere else doesn't matter at all. So essentially, I'll play anywhere. If somebody emails me and they say, can you do a show here? As long as the finances work, and unfortunately I don't have the luxury to say, I don't care about money. Money is, I'm an artist, money is, no, I don't want to listen. No, because I run a band and they want to be paid. And I have to pay for flights, and I'm a businessman because I'm running the band and I don't want to. I'd like to employ somebody else to say, you do all the business, I just want to play and write music. But I have enough money to say, I can pay you a lot of money and you do all my business for me.
I gather that the current, the newish US promoter has come on very positive.
Oh, he's amazing. Yeah, I mean, he is a jewel. Because he's a guy who's got energy, who think alike, and he's super efficient. You know, his everything is so definite.
And I was talking to Dan last evening about this thing. For several years, I know that, I felt that you probably wanted to play America, and I know I received, I don't know why, people sent me Ken Martin's to play in America, and I said, well,
he's trying
his best to play.
I was very frustrated, but you know, I love being here, and I like being here twice, because I want to be here and play, because the nice people, and I like playing, but I like being here anyway. Because I like Spain, I like the weather, I like the beach. So I've got two good reasons to be here. Whereas many places in America, really, it's just to play. You know, I don't particularly want to go to Baltimore or to Detroit or to Boston. You know, I've been there. I wouldn't go there unless I was working. Whereas here, I would come here anyway.
So Martin has answered the question that I didn't even ask him, which is about how do you feel about being here at Tullianos?
Yeah. Well, it's something I have answered it because it's I would do it anyway. You know, if you said Tullianos is having their convention here, what's a horrible place in Spain? Is there one? There's probably
maybe inside, maybe in the inside.
Yeah, some industrial town, some horrible place.
No, the industrial town right now, it seems like Bilbao right now is like they not so industrial. But you go inside like streets like Avila or something like this. It's very sad. It's not like this. You don't have this sign. You have this.
But I would not say no. But I would come anyway. But the fact is, it makes it. It's the same. I'm a European. England. I don't care about England because England's just like it's. They have the same people. Rod Stewart, Elton John, Muse, people at Status Quo, Joe Bonamassa.
Madness.
Yeah, man, the same people all the time. Nothing changes. There's nothing exciting happening in England for me at all. I could play shows in England, but unfortunately, most of them would be just like, oh, okay. But they would have no, like, oh, yeah, that sounds exciting. But you know, the New Day Festival is good. It's exciting. You know, because it's special. So festivals anywhere are special. But ordinary gigs for me, England, if I played England for the next 10 years, I don't think anything would change. You know, it's going nowhere. So I'd rather be playing in Europe, but where I have the chance to make new friends, new fans, and play places that I really want to be, and America as well, because. No, I'm 70 this year, and I'd like to think maybe when I'm 80 that I can slow down. And this year we play 7 months on the road, 6-7 months on the road, and I don't want to do that. I mean, I love it, but I don't want to do it in 10 years' time. I'd like to do 3 months on the road, and to be able to do that, I need a bit more success, and I have to be in a situation where people. Please come and play. You play just for a month in America. We have great gigs for you. I go, okay. And then somebody will say, oh, I have a week in Spain, great gigs. And I'll look and go, yeah, I'll do that. So I'd like to play where I really, really want to. And the quality is fantastic. And it's a slow process to get there.
And I ask you a second question. And if you have to choose between these two cities, what do you choose? Okay, you have St. Paul in Minnesota, in the States, or you play in Valencia in Spain. You have to choose St. Paul.
Oh, between.
St. Paul, Minnesota, in the United
really?
States, or Valencia in Spain.
But
What
why
would
do
you
I
choose?
have to make this choice? Why?
No, it's empty person. Okay, it's from my family's from St. Paul, but I live in
Oh,
Valencia,
right.
so it's just something curious.
I can't answer it because I'd have no reason to choose, because I say yes to everything unless it's completely ridiculous. You know, I'll play anywhere in the world if it's feasible, if it's possible to do it. I will never say no. But so I can't answer your question.
Sorry.
Never ever have I had to say, well, you can play here or here, what do you prefer? It never happens because but if it did happen, I hate to disappoint you, but it'd be the one that was closest to England and the easiest to do. So it wouldn't be for any reasons that would interest you. It would just be practical. That here's an hour flight. That is 6 hours. Which one do you want to do? I'll do the 1 hour flight. And it's just because.
Right.
I don't want a complicated.
I was asking if you to say a place that you never been, or place that you've been.
Well, I have been to both, but not played. But it's the same answer.
Oh, okay,
because
okay.
fans are the same everywhere. But I have the same mission with a fan, whether they speak English, Spanish, French, whatever that they are. My mission is the same. I play, and I want them to like it. It's totally simple. I don't care who they are or where they are. I'm a musician, and they're a fan. It's simple. There's nothing complicated about it, and I don't ask any questions of them. And like you were saying earlier, I don't say, I want you to sit down and listen. No? And they're not saying to me, I want you to play Aqualung and every Jethro Tull track I like, because I'm not going to do that, and they're not going to do that. So I do what I do, and if they like it, I'm very happy. If they don't like it, I'm disappointed.
Right, I think on behalf of Tullianos and fans of your guitar playing and music everywhere, thanks for the time.
Thank you. You do it in 3D, they can do it that.
Okay.
Right.
Now we have to go.
You have to Valencia.